Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Grading Knicks players, Karl-Anthony Towns delivers a vintage performance against the Heat. Karl-Anthony Towns dominated with 44 points and 12 rebounds, while Jalen Brunson sparked in the second half with 18 of his 22 points, leading the New York Knicks to a 116-107 comeback win over the Miami Heat on Wednesday night. Despite Tyler Herro's 34 points, the Knicks had too much star power going for them. What ultimately decided the game was the momentum shift in the third quarter when the Knicks finished on a 30-10 run, transforming a 70-57 deficit into an 87-80 lead that the Heat could not overcome. Following an impressive performance by the title-contending Knicks, we provide a grade for each of the players who competed last night. Karl-Anthony Towns was unstoppable, scoring a dominant 44 points on efficient 17 of 25 shooting while adding 13 rebounds and 2 assists. His 4-for-5 performance from beyond the arc highlighted his versatility and shooting prowess. Towns carried the Knicks' offense, especially during their third-quarter comeback, showing why he's a game-changer in high-stakes situations. Only Jamal Crawford, 52, Carmelo Anthony, 50, and R.J. Barrett, 46, have scored more than Towns as a Knicks player against the Heat. No doubt, Towns gets an East A+ for one of the best performances of his career. Superstar point guard Jalen Brunson came alive in the second half, where he scored 18 of his 22 points, sparking the Knicks' comeback with clutch baskets. He also dished out 9 assists, demonstrating his value as a floor general, although he struggled a bit with his shot at 6 of 18 from the field. Brunson's leadership and ability to get to the line, 7 of 8 free throws, were essential in securing the win, and there is no doubt he looks to be on track to making another All-NBA team selection. Heat's Jaime Jaquez Jr. taking his Mexican roots to Mexico City. It's going to be inspiring. The Miami Heat is about to play a regular season game in Mexico City for the third time in franchise history. But this trip will be a little different. That's because the Heat has a player with ties to Mexico on its roster, likely making it the overwhelming crowd favorite despite technically being the road team when it takes on the Washington Wizards on Saturday at Arena CDMX in the league's annual Mexico City game, 9:30 p.m., FanDuel Sports Network, Sun and NBA TV. Heat second-year forward Jaime Jaquez Jr. is only the 6th person with Mexican citizenship to ever play in the NBA, joining a list that also includes Eduardo Najera, Horacio Lamas, Gustavo Ayón, Jorge Gutierrez, and Juan Toscano Anderson. "I'm looking forward to it," Jaquez, 23, said to the Miami Herald of the opportunity to play an NBA game in Mexico. "It's going to be exciting. I'm excited, I know the team is, as well. We're ready to go down and put on a great show, help grow the game of basketball as best as we can and hopefully inspire some fans along the way." Jaquez, who is the first player with Mexican citizenship to be selected in the first round of the NBA draft, was born in the Los Angeles area to a mother of Norwegian descent and a father with Mexican roots. His father's family is from Guadalajara, which is about a 7-hour drive from Mexico City. Jaquez expects a lot of family, both from California and Mexico, to attend Saturday's game against the Wizards. "Man, on my dad's side? Probably more than I can count," Jaquez said when asked how much family he has living in Mexico. "There's a lot of people. He's got so many cousins and aunts and uncles, and they got kids and cousins. I don't even know half of them." Even after just one full season in the NBA, Jaquez has already established himself as a basketball star in Mexico. Jaquez was one of the NBA's top rookies last season after the Heat selected him with the 18th overall pick in the 2023 draft, becoming just the 7th Heat player in franchise history to be selected for the NBA's All-Rookie First Team. Jaquez also became the first player with Mexican citizenship to be named to an NBA All-Rookie team. Among the 5 NBA players with Mexican passports who came before Jaquez, Najera had the longest and most notable career. Najera averaged 4.9 points and 3.7 rebounds per game in 619 regular season games. Lamas played in 28 regular season NBA games, Gutierrez appeared in 47 regular season NBA games, Ayón played in 135 regular season NBA games, and Toscano Anderson has appeared in 202 regular season NBA games. That puts Jaquez on a track that could make him the best player in this small group, as he averaged 11.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 1 steal per game while shooting 48.9% from the field as a rookie last season. While beginning his second NBA season in a sixth-man role, Jaquez has averaged 9.8 points, 7 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1 steal per game while shooting 39.4% from the field through the Heat's first 4 games this season. "I have no idea, if I'm being honest," Jaquez said when asked what his level of fame is in Mexico. "I've been down to Mexico before, I've been to airports and been recognized. I would say it's a lot like Miami. Sometimes you get people who recognize you, sometimes you don't. We'll see what it's like when we get down there." Miami Heat linked to blockbuster trade for $186 million superstar. It has not been a gangbuster start, at 1-4, for Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks, who bungled their way through a mediocre finish and a playoff run that ended in the first round last year. Including the playoffs, the Bucks went just 19-23 after coach Doc Rivers replaced Adrian Griffin 3 months into the year. Now, with the Bucks roster at a crossroads, age has slowed 34-year-old star guard Damian Lillard, as well as 36-year-old center Brook Lopez, the numbers 2 and 3 options on the team. Milwaukee is on the clock to reshape the roster into a contender once again. That's because as part of the $186 million extension that Antetekounmpo signed in 2023, he has a player option for 2026-27, which means he is just a year removed from free agency. That's typically when a team that does not think it can re-sign a star player will look to trade him. So it is that uncertainty about the future of Antetekounmpo in Milwaukee is already bubbling up. And one of the long-rumored potential destinations for Antetekounmpo is making the rounds, the Miami Heat. A report from CBS Sports on Thursday cited a league front office type saying that Antetekounmpo could have interest in forcing his way to either the Miami Heat or the Brooklyn Nets. Wrote Bill Ryder of CBS, an Eastern Conference NBA executive has already heard the places believed to be Giannis would-be preferred destinations. "The teams I've heard are Miami and New York, the Nets, not the Knicks. While the Nets have picks to offer the Bucks, if the potential for an Antetekounmpo trade arose, the Heat have better young players to send back, including the likes of Tyler Herro, Jamie Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic. The Heat appear prepared to move on from the Jimmy Butler era in Miami, and could perhaps interest the Bucks in taking back Butler, a local hero in Milwaukee because of his time at Marquette in a trade. Butler can be a free agent next summer, but has a $52 million player option that would be difficult to turn down. It's likely he will play out 2025-26 on a very lucrative, expiring contract. We're a week into this season, which means it will be a while yet before the Bucks make a call on what to do with Antetekounmpo. But one executive told Ryder that teams are circling and hopeful. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Giannis Antetokounmpo? Leave your opinion in the comments.